because some of these I will be going over, right? Okay, so 1. Any volunteers, or do I just start in the front corner and go from there? H? Yeah. H. 2. B. Absa Smurfly. 3. A. The base. 4. F. The perfect square. Ooh, no. No, sorry, and H is wrong too. Number 1 is F, and number 4 is H. Right? That's the difference between squares and square roots. Sorry, my fault. I mix them up too in my head, right? I say them both to mean the same thing. Sorry. 5. C. 6. G. And 7. Same thing. 2 is E. And 7 is B. The root is the single factor. Okay? 3 times 3 times 3 equals 27. 3 is the root. 27 is the cube. Okay? So F, E, A, H, C, G, B. Give yourselves a mark out of 7. Eight. D as in doorknob. 9. Wow, this is going to take a long time. E as in excellent. You got the right answer. 10. A as in radicand. You're radical. 11. That's tricky. It is F. It's an entire radical. 12 is a mixed radical. 13 is what? D as an irrational number, right? And 14, root symbol index radicand. I would accept B. Yep, that's the best answer. But you could have written F. Also at a 7. When multiplying, what do we do with the exponents? Add. I will accept any version of add. If you wrote a plus sign there, you give yourself a mark. If you wrote you plus them, you give yourself a mark. I don't care. Simplify a power of a power. What do we do with the exponents? Multiply. Any non-zero raised to the exponent of 0 equals 1. That's out of 3, making that whole page out of 17. Huh? You have more? Oh. There's more. Okay. 4. Number 4. If the fraction's negative, what do we do to the base? There's a proper math word for it, which I used. Reciprocal. But some of you may have said the flip. I don't know what word you used, but it's this. X over y to the negative 3 is y over x to the positive 3. You just flip the fraction and change the exponent. 15. That is the same as the square root of 15. Where does this section end for you guys? At 10? All that's on the same page? Really? Impressive. That is 4 to the 5th power, I believe. Is it not? Good. That is 7. That is negative 3. That is the 4th root of 405. Yeah? And that is m squared n3 all to the 1/3. I will also accept m to the 2/3 over n. Both of them are acceptable. And all that's out of 10. So you guys can keep track. Is everybody good to there? Oh, I don't want to prime factor that. Let's go 9604 to 4802 to 2401. Is that it? That can't be it. 24 over 1 must break down, doesn't it? Is that where you guys stopped? No. No. What? It divides by 7? Oh, phew. To get 343, which divides by 7 to get 49. So there it is. It is 7 to the 4th times 2 squared. Right? Let's just check. 7 to the 4th times 2 squared. Yes. So that is what you needed. For 1, because you only had to know how to do one thing to do that. It's just a big number. Write and evaluate an expression for the area of each square. So A equals 5.1 squared plus 3.5 squared. And for B, 4.3 squared plus 9.3 squared. And then you just added them up. Whatever that is. So squared plus 3.5 squared. 38.26. And 4.3 squared plus 9.3 squared. 104.98. 1 mark each, so that's out of 2. Simplify. Okay. Where should you start here? He waited patiently. The outside exponents. I would start with the outside exponent down here. So this is going to be over what? B to the what? 6 and C to the 15. Nice. Up top here, what should you do? I would do the inside exponents first because brackets, then exponents, yes? So inside, what do I do with 2 and no exponent? That's what? That's A to the 3. What do I do with no exponent and 3? That's B to the 4. And what do I do with 4 and 2? That's C to the 6. And all of that is squared. What does this exponent do going over the brackets? So it's A to the 6, B to the 8, and C to the 12. Now I go up and down. Any A's on the bottom? No, so it's A to the 6. 8 and 6, what do I do there? Minus, what's 8 minus 6? B squared. 12 minus 15 is C to the what? Negative 3. Is that allowed? So what do I really get? A6, B squared over C3. If you got to here and you left a negative, you get 1. If you finished it, you get 2. Put these in order from greatest to least. You could do anything you wanted. I would have turned them all into whole entire radicals. So that is the cube root of 40, root 30, 64, and root 54. Cube root of 40, I know, has to be just a little bit more than 3. Right? So that's about 3. Square root of 30 is around 5. Square root of 64 is 8. Square root of 54 is just a little bit more than 7. Then you put them in order from biggest to littlest. 1, 2, 3, 4 for 1 mark. A is 3 root 5. B is 2 cube root 5. And C is 9 root 3. 1 mark each for a total of 3 marks. Express each radical as a power. That is 3 to the 5 over 4. B is x to the 4th over x to the 3, all to the 1/2, which is x squared over y to the 3 over 2. And C is, that's a tricky one, 64 n to the 4th, all to the 1/3. So that is 4n to the 4 over 3. This one is bonusy. If you didn't get that one, no problem at all. That's bonus. But you should have been able to do A and B. In a dice rolling game, there's 8 contestants. If the number rolled is odd, the contestant must leave the game. Last one remaining wins a prize. How many rolls are needed? How many people are going to be eliminated on the first roll? 4. Because we expect half of them are going to roll odds, yes? So we're going to go on roll 1, we're going to go down to 4. 4 guys are gone. How many are gone on roll 2? 2 more are gone, right? Another half leave. So on the third roll, there'll be 1 guy left. So you need 3 rolls. Simplify this expression involving powers. What's ugly about it? Why don't we like it? Got decimals and fractions, yes? But what about this question makes it easy for us? They're all the same base, yeah? So, this girl, Amy, left everything as decimals. Are we allowed to do that? We can. Or we could change it to fractions. Does it matter? No. So Amy said that she took this and she changed it to decimals. We okay with that? -1/4, -0.25. Cool. Since it's the same base and it's division, we're going to subtract, yeah? What did Amy do? Added. There's her mistake, right? So that's where she's toast. So we got to fix it from there down. 3 -0.25 minus -0.75 becomes plus 0.75, doesn't it? If you have -1/4 and you add 3/4, where do you get? Positive 0.5, yes? Which is 3 to the 1/2, which is the square root of 3. This is right. You get 1 mark for finding her mistake. You get 1 mark for fixing it, making that out of 2. And I think that's it, yeah? So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, and then 24. So this is out of 39. You guys add that up. Give yourself a mark out of 39. This is what you're getting tested on tomorrow. Okay? Now, you've just had 5 days off, 4 days off, I'm a big liar. No, 5 days off, because you guys missed the last block because of the guest speakers. So you guys have had 5 days off of math. I want to give you a test tomorrow. I'm concerned about giving you something new today when you've had 5 days off, and I'm testing you tomorrow. I think I should probably give you some more exponents. Yeah? All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I don't think there's any more exponents in your pink book, is there? What's the next thing in your pink book? Yeah, it's a new unit. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. No, I don't want to do that. What do I have here? No. Let me see. That's the way I did it. Now, can we do this the way Jacob wanted to do it? Sure we can. He just did something a little different. He brought this 3 into everything, yeah? So it came here. That made that 8. B3A9. Right? Over 8A15 B negative 12 minus 8 A to the 9th and A to the negative 3 and B to the negative 12. Yeah? Then I bet he cleaned up under here. So he got 8B3A9 over 8 times 8 is negative 64. 15 plus 9 is 25. Minus 3 is A to the 22. And negative 12 minus 12 is B to the negative 24. Then he cleaned up and down. Numbers with numbers. 8 and 64 became negative 8 on the bottom, right? 15 and 9 is 3 times 1 is negative 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 5 is 15. 15 plus 9 is 24. Minus 3 is 21. Yes, indeed. 21. And then he did the B's. What's 3 minus 24? That's B to the 3 plus 24, which is 27. And 9 minus 21 is negative 12, yes? Negative 12 wouldn't be allowed, so it comes down here and becomes positive 12. And there's the same answer that I had. Done a totally different way. Is one way more right than the other way? No. What if you can't follow Jacob's way? Then you do my way. What if you can't follow my way? Then you do Jacob's way. What if you can't follow either of our ways? Then you follow your own path as long as you follow the rules. Right? Meet me in the gym right now. How many of you would turn right out the front door? Me too. How many of you would turn left? Go down those stairs right there. Would we still get to the gym? Could you go down one set of stairs, then along the second floor, then down the stairs, then to the gym? Yeah. Could you go all the way to the end of the hall, down all the way, and then all the way back along the first floor? Could you go down to the front door, out the front door, outside through the heritage wing? Could you go out the back door, go around by the stage, and pound on the door for us to let you in? Would we all get to the gym? Would it matter? No. Just do your thing to get there. Okay? Everybody good? Listen to me. Your test tomorrow is easier than this. If I were to guess, I would say the thing you were going to screw up most on your test tomorrow is this situation. B to the 3/4. Fourth root of B cubed. That goes to there. That goes to there. Study your work tonight, please. Hey, wait a minute. There's still 10 minutes left in class.
What do you mean?
There's like 5 minutes.
On number 5, what would you do with that? At the very beginning. What are your options there? What could you do with that? Could you multiply it in here? Yes. Could you also do this? Times 2x2y5. Could you also move that up? And change that to a positive 5, so that's all in the numerator. Yeah, you could do that too. Okay? Oh, that's another thing that I would be worried about if I were you guys. 3x squared y to the negative 2. What are you allowed to do with that whole fraction? Flip it. What if this 3 was negative? What would the new fraction be? It would be positive 2. Where would the y go? To the top. 3x squared. Does this stay here? Are negative bases okay? Yes, it would stay there. But once I square it, what would happen? Then it would disappear because negative 3 squared is positive 9. Right? Okay. All right, I think you guys are ready. How many people feel better than they felt at the beginning of the day about their exponent? How many are liars? How many people are betting on at least 70% on their test tomorrow? That many 70s? That's good. How many people are hoping for a 50? At the beginning of class, were you hoping for a 50? Or did you think that even 50 was a stretch? So you've moved from I don't think I'm going to pass to now you think you're going to pass. Awesome. What about you? Same? Cian? You've moved from thinking you were going to fail to thinking you were going to pass now? Okay. Number one thing to remember is write it down. If you write it down, you will screw it up less. I'm begging you. Write it down. Does that say Michaela loves math? Oh, it does. Terrific. I think it's a lie. But I'm going to pretend like it isn't. Because I believe in my heart of hearts that you all love math. Math is the only thing in your life that will always make sense. Even if you don't understand it, it still makes sense. That's not true. When you buy something with a dollar bill, you make sense. What do you get? What do you get when you put 4 bullfighters in quicksand? Quattro cinco. Get it? Quattro, 4 bullfighters. And when you count in Spanish like Dora, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. And if they're in quicksand, they will sink. Because then you speak Spanish. Because only Mexicans and Spanish people do bullfighting. Everybody else, when a bull runs at them, they run away. That's the smart thing to do. What did one magnet say to the other one? I find you attractive. What? Well, we would have done them today, but I knew I needed to go to that meeting, which took longer than I was planning.